All right, let's get it going. Mm -mm. All right, let's check out this line again. And is this the fight? Yeah, I did that one. Cool, cool. All right. So we do the classic prim lead. How many rolls of overlap are there? 72 to 77. That's a lot of overlap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that sucks. Okay. I don't think I have any counterplay though. That is really bad. That's not even that fraudulent, but it's what we got. We don't have a better option. So Prim's just got to clutch up starting off. And then hmm. Okay. All right. So we lead Prim. We go Don Fan with a citrus. Don Fan always takes a leaf storm. So this guy's always -2. Maybe we get a knockoff, maybe we don't. Then we go to Crobat on Leaf Storm. Uh, want a silver powder? It does prevent setup, which seems good. Sure. Not sure if that's necessary. No, we will not. Crits are the problem. The actual damage is not the problem. Actually, let's think about this again. No, we'll go citrus. I don't think I care about setup because he's always going to take another. He's always going to leave Storm on the switch in, so it's always at -2 with Crobat on the field. Yeah. All right, so Crobat and Donphan just do a U-turn chain. Cool. So U-turn until guy is dead. And then on death, we go to whom? We go to Legion, right? Swift Swim Surf Legion with choice specs. Legion outspeeds everybody. Outspeeds. Yup. Okay. So we're gonna get Dreadnought Head Smash. On Head Smash, we go to Steelix. I think Steelix, yeah. Yeah. Akeno, it's been a minute. How are you doing? Great to see you in chat again. This Dreadnought has no shot. No shot. I have multiple Dreadnought answers, and I have a way to get it in on the field guarantee for a Head Smash. I have no 4x water resist, so I have to get the Head Smash line, and I do. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm playing with house money on this run. Having a great time with it. And I think I can even like Sand Tomb with Steelix so I can get myself into the right HP range. I think I'd prefer to get, I think I can choose to get Toxicroak early, which is nice. So let's do that. I'm not even sure I need Citrus. Kind of feels like I don't. Chandelore's good. No, I have some tools. I have some decent mons. I don't really have any amazing mons. Admittedly, my best Pokemon was probably Lopunny, and I got it killed. Now it might be Prim. Like there are just you can't make it to this game without good mons. But in terms of the boxes I've seen do late game, this is pretty bad. It's all relative. It doesn't mean that the fights are impossible or that the Pokemon are actually bad. Steam Run? Invoice, hello, the people's hero. Well, I don't believe it, but I thank you for saying it. All right, so anyway, we think Steelix is going to get guaranteed cross chop from Toxicroak. And then we have the old triple pivot situation. So Toxicroak clicks cross chop. He can't set up because we have Earthquake slow kill. We go to Basculegion on cross chop. We show fast two shot, so he can't do anything but Sucker Punch. On Sucker Punch, we go to Prim. Prim baits Gunk Shot, assuming that we didn't get frauded by some Kingdra earlier on, which is sadly possible. Brain. Yep. So, well, that's good. Legion's a nice pivot for me. Yeah. 14. That's why Prim is named 14 Flips. Took 7 this run. 14 lifetime. All right, so we do the triple pivot situation until we end up with Toxicroak on field, forced to click Swords Dance, or switch. And then let's just see what that does. If Toxicroak is clicking Swords Dance or switching, we click Sand Tomb once, as he has 3 Gunk Shots left. Or maybe we click Heavy Slam, but it doesn't matter. Sand Tomb would trap him. It's just fun. And then Goodra would out-damage us. Always would be Goodra for Aqua Tail Breaking Swipe. And then we ask Prim to 1v1 from there. Right, the classic, if it curses, we Encore. Blah, blah, blah. Draining Kiss out heals Aqua Tail. So that all looks pretty good. And then if Prim KOs, we would just get Croagunk back in, and then Steelix beats it again. And then if we ever get Durant, it doesn't matter because Legion would KO the Durant. Legion baits Breaking Swipe Goodra. Or Curse, which is fine, because again, Prim. So I don't think order even matters here. Brodesy, I don't think I could go much slower, though. I mean, this is like when did I beat the game? I beat the game in, like, June, and I started this run 2 days later. So not like I'm at a blazing pace. But good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I know you're not streaming as much as you once did, but when you're streaming, you're kicking ass and taking names. That's what it's all about. All right, so do these 5 just win? Am I missing anything? Right, Prim beats Kingdra, you 2 beat Rotom, and then Steelix beats Dreadnought. We're asking Prim to beat Goodra. We full stall the Toxicroak with the 3 mods. So we just have a Jeffo STM1, welcome in, first time chatter. Going great. Jay, how are you? Welcome in. I'm feeling good today. I got a little juice. I just wonder who my backup plan should be here. That's the real question. In a world where maybe the answer is I need somebody to support if this Kingdra starts going crazy on my Prim. All right, am I missing a Mon? Or is it really a 5-Mon line? I kid you not, Swimmer Katie was the most difficult cook of the run for me last time, so for it to just be like a 5-Mon line here seems crazy. Yeah, yeah, keep it going. Keep it going, Jay. You gotta crush that test. Yeah, Katie, in my experience, Katie is like pretty much a prim Dragapult box check. If you don't have those mons, you're usually trying to sack to this fight, or you're doing the crazy like U-turn switch AI stuff. Yeah, this is my first prim ever. It feels amazing. I don't even care that it's minus special attack. I don't care that I've had to sink 2 scales into it. Incredible mon. All right. So I have a full slot to help with Kingdra. Who should help with Kingdra? And am I using... I am using the choice item. Dylan with the raid. Hello, W Sim friend. W Sim. Very good stuff. We're just calking up some swimmer Katie. I think it's just bring Penguin. I would prefer to bring somebody with a turn move. I guess maybe Golduck is better. Just bring a Swift Swim guy. Hi and bye. Kuis, thank you for being here for one moment. Sleep well, friend. T gamers! T gamers at night. What is happening? Oh, did you wake up in the middle of the night? I'm great. I'm great. Day was good. Day was good. We're worked hard, came home, a little bit of play now. 10 push-ups, you got it. Glad to hear it. All right, let me go find this push-up screen. What is this? The old just chatting. They're a lot easier than they once were. All right. Warm up done. Aw, shucks, T. I disagree. Here, a real sad story for me this weekend. We had a family event, and I needed to dress up for the first time in a hot minute. And I went to grab my dress pants. They don't fit because I have gained a couple of inches around the waistline in fatherhood, as many do. I had exactly one pair of pants that I could button. Pretty sad. So, we'll work on that. It's an L for me. All right, I think the correct play is to go Golduck. Yeah, deserved though. All good. All right. All right. Let's do this. Let's get in there. This whole battle, like the rest of the line is pretty fine, but if Prim loses the matchup, we probably just lose the game. And there is a lot of overlap. The range doesn't look that bad on paper, but it's almost 50% overlap with Hydro Pump. So double confusion, like any and double confusion self hit is just horrendous. We don't have the tools for a Terra Lock. That ended with the winning run. The other option is to go Penguin, but then I have to switch back in on a Hydro Pump, which seems pretty terrible. I guess I can just try to get Penguin to beat Kingdra. Maybe that's better. Right, if I'm always guaranteeing good damage with Draining Kiss. And yeah, let's just do Penguin, because Penguin resets the line. Yes, thank you, Colt. Thank you. Let's bring Penguin, and let's figure out what a good natural gift for Penguin to have is. Natural gift, definitely my most viewed Pokemon page. Does Dragon have it? It does. How about Normal Berry Penguin? How much does that do? 43%? Nah, this is fine. This is fine. I have so many ways to do this. Let's just go Citrus Berry. Let's teach this guy Icy Wind. Maybe even should be Lumberry. Probably Lumberry Penguin. Yeah, let's do that. I think this gives me lots of choices. Nah, I can't bring Golduck too. Get out of here with that. You got to bring Donphan to the rain fight. Donphan and Steelix in the rain. That's how you're supposed to play, right? Put your Swift Swim on in the box, grab you a Donphan, and get in there. Yes. Yes. We definitely have some more IB lines here. We got where are you? Got a little Choice Specs Basculegion. Everyone's favorite tech. you need a citrus. I did some math on this. Citrus for you. I don't know that I need an item on Steelix. All right, that's not a good enough change to go Mega. Because we want to get. Does it matter when we get Toxicroak? It shouldn't ever matter when we get Toxicroak. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter at all because of Crobat. Okay. So let's go Citrus. And Citrus here. And then Persim here. There's an argument for Persim. There's an argument for the other thing. Citrus, but we're going to do that one. Okay. Let's get in there. Any other moves I need to teach? You have what you need. You have what you need. Yep. You're good. Anything that I need. Actually, Magnet-Mize Rise might help me spend time if I want to spend time. I don't think I care. Lumberry. Icy Wind here. That is what we need. All right, now we're good. All right, Swimmer Katie, known demon. We've got some pretty good stuff for it. We don't have a Beedrill, but we have Walmart Beedrill, and that's Crobat. Good old modest Crobat. Fun fact, guys. This optional does not run into you if you just press left. You do not need to worry about getting past Guy. I always watch people worry about him. You just drive by. I think we're good. Yeah. Brain? What am I doing here? We're just going in. We save first, right? Last check for the Prim Persim. We're cool. Swimmer Katie. In the rain. All right. Most likely to be hydro pump here. Very good. We pretty much just heal to full. Nice. Okay. Do I just... No, I'll Draining Kiss. There's an argument to just Moonblast here. Nice. All right. How much damage does Aqua Jet do to Kingdra? It does 5%. I think he's at like 2 HP because we high rolled. Well, we didn't high roll, but we kind of average rolled those Draining Kisses. I would like to be at full HP. You sure that's 5%? You want Lum, right? It really does feel like... Oh, hold on. Let's see what else would happen. We get Toxicroak early. If he misses, I don't really want to deal with that either. Okay. Let's just Draining Kiss. I don't even think I want a Draining Kiss. I think I'd rather have the Draining Kiss PP for annoying stuff with Goodra. Let's just Moonblast KO. Okay. No crit, no miss. We're cool. We were always... Once we still have the Persian. We just... It was only double Hurricane Confusion was a problem. So we're already... I feel really good about the whole fight now. This is Rotom for fast kill. Rotom has killing rolls with Thunder and every roll of Leaf Storm. In fact, every roll of both moves. This is a 50-50, but we don't care. Donphan takes both with Sturdy. I know, I'm ass. Thunder, awesome. That is the better outcome. We're just going to take a Leaf Storm here. But this lets us play around annoying, like, quadruple crit problems with Rotom, which are pretty fictional, by knocking off its Iapapa Berry. Boom. I love Donphan. Oh yeah. Can Shell Armor do this? No. Battle Armor? Sorry. Alright, at -2, Rotom only sees Leaf Storm kill, 21% with Signal Beam. So we go to Crobat. Crobat takes 28% on max roll crit. Oh yeah. We U-turn. This is Thunder! I wonder who takes that. Leaf Storm? I think you get the picture. Walmart Beetle. Guy is -6. We're a good range to kill here. Doesn't matter. We can just repeat. Very nice. Actually, not even sure that was a range. And then we choose you. The only thing that outspeeds me is Dreadnought, who sees a kill with exactly Head Smash. We have a quad resist. Head Smash, meet Steelix. I think y'all know what time it is. Sand Tomb! Let's go. All right, I could mess around and take more damage. I don't think it makes sense. 180. If we get hit, it's gonna be, I shouldn't say that. If we get hit and we are above Citrus, it will be Toxicroak. If we do not get hit, or we get Citrus, then this is always Goodra. For random move, not rest, which is fine. So I think we just take the kill. Since we're allowing Switch AI anyway, the order that we get Toxicroak doesn't really matter. We just need to get Toxicroak for a guaranteed attack. All right. 147. Toxicroak Cross Chop sees a kill. All right, this is always cross chop. It can't set up because we have slow kill Earthquake, even if it misses the 4 rolls that don't kill. Cross chop, we go to Ghost type. Awesome. Because of Swift Swim, we are faster. We showed 2-shot with Poltergeist. This cannot set up. This is Sucker Punch. Double check. There's no overlap there, right? No overlap. Awesome. That's 1 Sucker Punch. Let's just remember we started on Cross Chop. And then this is Gunk Shot, and Gunk Shot always kills. Yep. So, we'll go back to Steelix. Alright, it's 1 of everything. Steelix Bait's fighting move. Two of those. I'm going to do some speeding up here. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punches, a Skunk Shot. Go to Steel type. Cool. That's 2 of everything. Fighting move, go to Ghost type. Starts round 3. Sucker Punch. Go to Prim. Skunk Shot. Awesome. That's 3 of everything. Cross Chop into Ghost type. 4 Cross Chops. Ghost type gets Sucker Punch. That's 4 suckers. Thank you, Monkey. Gunk Shot. 4 of everything. This is Cross Chop, go Ghost type. That's the final Cross Chop. That's the final Sucker Punch. Very nice. All right, he still has 3 Gunk Shots. I probably should have gone to Toxicroak there, admittedly. Not Toxicroak, Empoleon, because he can set up on Empoleon. But I'm stupid. So this is potential Switch AI. I don't want to go Legion. Can I go to somebody to check? If I'm wrong... So, this can be Swords Dance or Gunk Shot. Or is it always Swords Dance? It's always weird with the setup AI and having the slow kill. Because things stack. Right, it starts at +6, so he still gets +6. Doesn't have anything getting highest damage. So I think this is always Swords Dance or Switch, never Gunk Shot, right? I'm also pretty sure I counted right. The safe play, I think, is just go Crobat. Crobat doesn't die to crit Gunk Shot. And if it's only Gunk Shot... Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. So what happens if he switches here? Who does he go to if he switches? I think it would just go to... What's my HP? Crobat? Crobat at 228 would be Durant out damage, or Goodra out damage. Would be Goodra out damage. Which is fine. Yeah, I don't think there's any risk here. Let's just go. I think this is Swords Dance or Switch. Yeah, alright, so we got it right. He stalled out. There's Goodra. We just U-turn Goodra. Goodra can surf. We don't care. We were always allowing Goodra to set up if it wanted to. All right, technically this can beat me as well, but again, it's really fictional because we out-heal Aquatail, so it has to hit all the Aquatails, it has to crit them, it has to never click setup. Like that. You can get frauded by this. That's a great crit. That helps a lot. Guy can rest here. He's hydration, but we just gain HP on rests. And once we're like high HP on a rest, we can click a Moonblast and kind of rest lock him. But I'm not going to rush this. And again, many opportunities for Guy to click, whatchamacallit, Curse. Or run out of Aquatail. There's a whole bunch of ways this goes well. Okay. This is going to turn green, which means Moonblast doesn't kill. There's the rest. Alright, so now we're going to start Moonblasting, because I think we have more Moonblasts than he has rest. Yeah, he only has 5 rests, and we 2-shot with Moonblast through leftovers unless we exactly double low roll. And we always bait Croagunk for fast kill Gunk Shot yet next, so there's no like... Actually, you have 2 hard counters to stuff in the back, so it doesn't matter. This should be over now. I could also Encore Aquatail at some point. Like, who cares? Huge special attack drop. Let's go! Alright, he's already used 2 rests. I think it's guaranteed rest, or it's +8 rest, because he... No, I think it is guaranteed rest. Because it's hydration, it knows that it survives the hit and is faster. So we should just stall him entirely out here. I'm not going to check the dock, because again, he just dies if he doesn't click it. Okay, and I think he's out now. Apparently he has more rests than we think. There we go, now he's out. Okay. Technically... Oh no, it still has Gunk Shot. This is Fast Kill Gunk Shot. But we know he's out of everything else. So if we don't stay in, that would just be throwing away our Grim. Do you? The guy, not quite. That's fine. this is gunk shot number 6. Got him. This is sword stance or switch. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think well, care. I want to give Steelix a chance to 1v1 this. It has a really good chance to do it. Oh, is that true without Bug Gem? I didn't check that. It starts random moving and can flinch me. So let's not. This is first impression or leech life. We go to Legion. Legion takes random move crit and outspeeds. Oh, hustle misses. I got a hustle Durant too, and mine also has a problem with speed. So long, Durant. Say hi to Collector Hector for me. And then there's just this hapless Krogunk left. And I think it's about time you hung out with my Steelix for a minute. I'm getting tired of you leaving me alone. Don't you love my Steelix? You know we're clicking another Sand Tomb. Gotta confirm the range. One Sand Tomb. Gotta counteract dry skin healing, you know? Then we hit the Magnet Rise for the clip. Yes. Bye-bye, Toxicroak. Bop. Demon down. 5 mon line. With a little backup. Let's get the tunes back. I like this. This is a new station. I'm digging the lo-fi. Oh snap, V-Colt went live. Let's get him up on the other. Don't run into optionals? Well, here's the thing. I kind of know where the optionals are, Dylan. I've played this before. Also, I've noticed from watching a couple of people get to their first Sims recently that I thought everybody who watched streams just sort of like remembered stuff from streams. It doesn't seem to be the case. So like I just remembered where the optionals were and like where the TMs were and the electrodes and stuff. Like I guess I have a weird memory. And I'm not trying to down anybody. It's one of those things where sometimes you always just assume people are like you, and the longer I go in life, the less like me I find out people are. Turns out I'm weird. You are very new. Very new indeed. And you're new like watching and playing. Like a lot of people watched for a long time and then played, and I swear they just forgot everything they ever watched. Like I watched Peach House run what like 2 years ago now. I can still like picture like bugs that he ran into in my head and then not run into them on those fights. Like I think that the length of the memory is definitely unusual. Yeah, yeah, Falto, you definitely know where the optionals are. Yeah, yeah. But you didn't know where the electrodes were. I was sitting there like, I know where the electrodes are. But also, Torterra just one shots them. You don't need to. Useless knowledge. All right. Um, it's okay. It doesn't benefit me in any way that I know that. All right. I think this fight is free as well. Um, I was looking at the other night. I have this fight pretty much prepped as well. So Overquill intimidates my Arcanine. Arcanine goes to -1. We outspeed scale value. Let's go. We KO with Overheat. And then we're going to pre-damage to bypass Talonflame, who conveniently does not see a kill with Acrobatics at Mineral Earth Power. So we can just be pre-damaged to 190. Well, Summer Katie was supposed to be it. There's two different gauntlet style events in Juan's gym, which are pretty rough. And there's before that's Relly and Ian, which does not look good for me. So there's this fight, which is easy for my box. This is the first. It's weird. I've struggled in rain and sun all game, and then erratic weather's been pretty easy. So yeah, Relly and Ian's the next demon up. Sun Protean Bug double battle. Yeah, Duralon is my only Draco Meteor guy until I scale it on Ments. But we're bringing Ments. So hold on. We go Kanto Arcanine. Sorry, I just realized the calc screen isn't up. I'm too busy vibing. So Ments switches in for free on Earth Power, and then Venusaur can Weather Ball or Growth. We don't care. We KO with Sharp Beak, Dual Wing Beat through Sash. Ooh. About Weather Ball crit getting early Talon. I'll have to look at that to see if there's a way. I don't think there's a way for me to prevent that. I have a little bit of HP to play with, so I might be able to do like a. Oh, no, I can't do a citrus thing because I need Sharp Beak. All right, so it's not free because we do have to deal with diverging lines, but let's cook the original line first. All right, so Salamence KOs Venusaur. Venusaur is really likely to growth, right? I think it's +8 to growth with Sun Up. So Weather Ball crit is actually quite fictional. Well, it doesn't say it. Just calls it regular. But this is one of those, it always seems to growth. I'm gonna believe my gut that this has undocumented AI. I think it's gonna growth most of the time. Doesn't really matter if I'm right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so for now we assume that we're gonna get Electivire. Since does crit always get us Weather Ball? Sorry, does crit always get us Talon? 36. Yeah. Okay, so crit always gets us Talon, which means that if we get Electivire, it's only ever Ice Punch. So on Ice Punch, we can just go to Arcanine and then get Intimidate #1, and then bait another Earthquake, so we get 1 Life Orb tick plus the damage, and then we get Earthquake again, we go back to Mence, we get a second Intimidate, kind of play with our food here. We get a third Ice Punch. Ice Punch can't freeze me, so whatever. We just go to Turtonator, second Life Orb tick, we click an Overheat, we take an Earthquake. With the HP that we took plus Charcoal, we're always getting Acrobatics Talonflame. Acro Talonflame, who takes that? I forget. Choice Scarf, Aerodactyl Rock Tomb, tanks, Talon, and we'll just have to pre-damage a bit. We'll pre-damage a little so that we're always dead to Dazzling Gleam Slurpuff, so it can't set up on switch. On Gleam, we go to Penguin. Penguin with a Metal Coat prevents setup again. Flash Cannon into Jet, KOs in Sun. And then technically, I think there's fiction here if we get like crit on Aerodactyl into crit burn Flamethrower into crit. But like, come on, people. Even burn doesn't matter with the Jet range. We would still KO with Cannon into Jet. I don't even have to go to Penguin. Arcanine should just be able to beat Guy. But, but we are doing Intimidates over there, so we can't guarantee it. And then I wonder if we can do you. That might be better. Might be better to just go Chandelure. Go Chandelure on Slurpuff because Chandelure is not. Oh no, but then we could get like Psychic dropped, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's just stick with the Penguin play. And then we're going to get Slowking. And on Slowking, we need somebody to take random move and KO. And I believe that pre-toxic Spell Tag Legion does that job. Pre-toxic Spell Tag prevents Flamethrower burn, and we take Grass Knot crit plus 1 toxic tick and KO. Always getting. And he's last mon. All right, so those 6 win, assuming we get Growth or Weather Ball non-crit. Let's now assess if we get Weather Ball crit and we get Talonflame 3rd, we get Acrobatics, we go Aerodactyl, we KO, we get Slurpuff. Slurpuff KOs. Empoleon KOs Slurpuff. Yeah. Empoleon doesn't seem great, does it? Wild Charge Earthquake? Do I have a Wild Charge Earthquake switch in? Not a safe one. Well, if instead of Charcoal, I do Bulky Berry Turtonator, then it is safe. And I actually intentionally keep Turtonator under-leveled. Right, so we give this guy like an Agua Berry. We just have to avoid Wiki because we're minus special attack. And then Turtonator can switch in on random move Electivire and always set up our pivot situation. Fake out overheat here. Genius, genius. How does he do it? The only other question is, am I better off just using something like Magmortar for this Slurpuff, which is hilarious. It might be Magmortar. Right, Charcoal. Oh, I can't do Charcoal Magmortar, can I? I need Charcoal to KO the lead. I'm using my choice item. Does Wise Glasses have a killing roll? It does. Wise Glasses Heat Wave Magmortar. Hold on, wrong mon. No, Wise Glasses is not enough, and we're slower, so no dice. Okay. So no, we're just gonna Penguin. Sack Magmortar for the culture. Magmortar had a chain kill in Erratic Weather last stream while it tanked, I count you, 10 super effective moves. And you want me to sack guy? No. We don't do that. Magmortar is my homie. Y'all can hate. Ready? Let's. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give you a list of Pokemon with fewer frags than Magmortar. Okay? Corpse close. Golduck, fewer. Aggron, fewer. Aerodactyl will have more later, but fewer for now. Magnezone, fewer. Drapion has fewer since we got Magmortar, which is crazy. Drapion popped off prior to Fiery Path. Clawitzer, fewer. Duraludon, fewer. Cradily, fewer. Jellicent, fewer. Scolipede, we've had all game, fewer. Golem, fewer. Eel, fewer. Carnivine, fewer. Wailord, fewer. Avalugg, fewer. Clefable, fewer. Both these bugs, fewer. Half of my box has fewer frags. And that includes the guys that are fallen. Half of those too. Magmortar is an above average Pokemon for my box. Any pulls I wish I would have gotten? Countless. I have low rolled for the entire game. Most of my good Pokemon were guaranteed encounters, except for Weavile, as we well know. But we're having fun. Adversity. Trying to think what I was disappointed in the most. Funny enough, I was really disappointed in Onyx when I got it, and Steelix has been insanely good. I will never be mad about Onyx again, unless it is Brawly Split Weak Armor Onyx, which is still just god-awful. I was pretty bummed about Aggron, but not because of the encounter, because of the Modest. Duraludon was a huge L. This was the least effective thing I could have found when I thought I was going to wipe the space tag. 114 Clawitzer was really disappointing. Jellicent was nearly guaranteed. Golem I pulled on purpose, not realizing that Golem, even though every single Golem in the game has Earthquake, that Golem doesn't learn Earthquake as the player. And the most angry I've been for an encounter, probably ever, is this 0 speed Durant, minus speed Hustle. This is the angriest I've ever been getting an encounter not named Bruxish. for sure. And then right after that, we got this minimum special attack Clefable. Let's go. Dave, hello. Oh my God, T and Dave on the same day. I'm blessed. Blessed, I say. Let's go get our choice item. Choice Scarf Aerodactyl. Bulky Berry, Turtonator, Sharpbeak, Salamence, Charcoal, Arcanine. No, we're still doing Erratic Weather. I probably do this fight. I think I have one more that I pretty much know what to do, and then I'll probably calc Relly and Ian offline. Finish Erratic Weather next stream. You know, or wife, either one. All right, Arcanine pre-damage, 190. Cool. 1 into 2. Got both versions. We're cool. Ooh. Does that matter? No, it doesn't matter at all. Okay. You have Choice Scarf, great. You need Metal Coat, Flash Cannon. And we need pre-damage on Metal Coat's way up there because I have 2 of them. And then your spell tag. Okay, Aerodactyl pre-damage is minimum roll acrobatics. $105 plus Dazzling Gleam 142. What's that? 105 and 240. Sorry, 105 and 142 is 2. Am I dumb? $247? This is like the easiest math in the world. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. 142 plus 5, 147 plus 100, 247. Okay, and then we'll pre-toxic when we arrive. I don't even think pre-toxic is necessary, but we're still going to do it. Pretty sure Turtonator will have the HP to switch in for free and bait. Not Grass Knot. Come on, bro. Okay, I have Sun up in the calc. I do. Got our Charcoal, got our pre-damage. I also probably have to plan the Mega Aerodactyl fight, or at least see if I can plan the Mega Aerodactyl fight. I don't have a Mold Breaker Mon, so that Crustle lead is going to suck. I've actually never done or seen that battle done well. No, at all, without exactly Gyarados or Water Bear lead. Should be interesting. Charcoal, Sharpbeak, got the pre-damage, we got the Aguav, got the Choice Scarf, Metal Coat, got the Spell Tag, just need the pre-toxic. Plus, as we make our way into each new route, you know what that means? We have delays again. No wonder I feel so good. Love a good delay. All right. All right, let's make sure. Good. No, there's one in between. There's the Gastrodon guy with a Sill Valley, which is actually kind of annoying, except that I have Sceptile, and Sceptile's gonna do evil things on that fight. You can see them on the screen. That's not really an Ian. Okay. I didn't pre-toxic. That's the one thing I forgot. Should be fine. We get intimidated. He gets intimidated. He has spikes. We just outspeed by 3 and kill because we scaled speed to do Moss Deep Gym Crobat guy. Or Excadrill, I should say. Overheat Charcoal does the job. Kanto D's. All right, and this is going to be fast KO Venusaur Earth Power. Kanto Arcanine gets Overheat, which you would think is incredibly relevant. It's almost never relevant. But it's good here. Yeah, why were you using Hammy after all? And you could have another Overheat Mon. All right. We're Sharp Beak, Dual Wing Beak, KO through Sash. This is Growth or Weather Ball. He does Weather Ball. Does he crit? No crit. It was a lot easier than last time. Last time I had some lagging tail, tailwind U-turn shenanigans. It was craziness. All right, this is Ice Punch. I think because Arcanine is low, is already pre-damaged. And I kind of want to take HP on Turtonator. I think I just go Turtonator now. Let's just math that. All right, I take 30%. Then I get an Earthquake. I go back to Mence. I get guaranteed Ice Punch. Let's say, then I go to Arcanine. I take Max Roll Crit Ice Punch, but Guy is -2. And so we're always getting Earthquake at that point. We go back to Mence again, get him to -3, and then Turtonator switches in. It's not perfect, but who's left? We'll get out damaged by Talonflame. And Talonflame still does the most to us, right? Yeah, so it's still, so we don't have to worry about being too high. This is always Talonflame. So we don't have to worry if our berry gets activated. Are there any worlds where my berry doesn't get activated and it's Talonflame a different move? No. Okay. Okay. There's Ice Punch, +1 Life Orb tick. This guy does good damage to us, except he's not really going to get the chance to build upon it. This is Earthquake. We also need the chip. That is relevant as well. Go to Arcanine on another Ice Punch. Now even crit means it's another Earthquake. Guy's -2. Still Earthquake. Go to Mence. Shell Armor's a good ability, friends. Okay. And then he's taken 2 ticks of Life Orb. A 3rd tick isn't enough. A 4th confirms it. So we're going to take Ice Punch plus Earthquake and be fine. Guy is -3. We're never... Right? We're never dead? Correct. Even if we were, we could just pivot more. We could probably just pivot this guy till he dies if we really wanted to. Max roll Earthquake is 86. Talonflame. Oh, how did I math that? I didn't math that wrong. Talonflame will outdamage me when I lower my own special attack. Overheat, not Draco, it's a sun. Talonflame does a few more HP than Turtonator, so it can, or than Slurpuff, so it can never be Slurpuff, which is the thing we're trying to avoid. The special attack drop guarantees that we are outdamaged by Talonflame. Everything relevant. Cool. Talonflame does not have Sword Stance, which would be a little bit annoying. It is guaranteed Acrobatics. Please tell me I remembered the Choice Scarf. I did. Okay, we'd like not to see crit here, but it's only triple crit that's a problem. 136, let me confirm. 136, we are always dead to exactly Fairy Gem Dazzling Gleam. Flying Gem Acrobatics, Made Choice Scarf Rock Tomb. Can't set up. And this is no longer risky because he couldn't click flamethrower on the switch. All right. Metal Coat Flash Cannon usually kills. Actually could have clicked Icy Wind there too. Oh, no. Unburdened. Don't be stupid. Okay, we had Aqua Jet to confirm. And then this is Flamethrower Slowking, and we are not pre-statused on Legion, so we can't go Legion here. Yeah. All right, so Turtonator pivot looks pretty free, right? Turtonator on Flamethrower, confirms Psychic, win. It indeed is too free. Imagine sacking your Turtonator to Maxi. Okay, Guy still has his Culber Berry, so we can absolutely click Poltergeist. Big damage. Looked like a max roll. Spell tag Poltergeist. It's like you're getting attacked by a radioactive Sticky Barb there. No, we will not roam today. Might do one more fight if the line looks as good today as it did when I was cooking late yesterday. But it's a work night, can't hang out late. Hard stop at 11 p.m. my time. It's 10:30 now. Thank you, Orange. Welcome in. Okay. I think I'm using Scarf, and I'm still just going to go to home base here. All right, so the plan for next fight is Sceptile goes absolutely bonkers, technically speaking. So let's show you that. I think Arcanine is still the lead. So we get Kamala first. And sorry, so here's the problem. The problem is that Overgrow Sceptile with a Choice Scarf is my answer to like the whole fight. Overgrow Sceptile, do I even need, I don't even think I need Scarf. Hold on. It's not Scarf. Is it Miracle Seed? Oh, it's, I think I had Specs, but it doesn't really matter. All right. Specs is definitely what I had in the calc. So Sceptile with Specs can one-shot Silvally, can one-shot Gliscor, can one-shot Gastrodon through Rindoberry, and can one-shot Prim, and none of them have priority. The only thing, and actually I can Leaf Storm KO the Kamala too. So I can take 5 Mons with Sceptile with good positioning, but Charizard in Sun with Solar Power and Charcoal and Flame Charge is a bit of a demon for us. So We need to figure out a way to get Charizard dead safely and then bait Grass Pledge to get Sceptile in. And then bait Swords Dance with like some pre-sleep shenanigans on Gliscor. So anyway, that was the idea. So step one, we Flare Blitz on Kamala, we take some recoil, we get ourselves into Charizard Flamethrower range, which I think we don't even need pre-damage for. We take 29%, so we'll be in Flamethrower range. We're faster, so it can't Flame Charge. We're slower, so it can't Flame Charge. Kamala doesn't have Sucker Punch or anything, so dead guy. And then Turtonator has to deal with Charizard. And I just have to kind of do some math on this about whether we use Fire Spin or Draco or what. I might even have to drop an attack for Rock Tomb here. But Rock Tomb's inconsistent because I can crit. So I'm going to try to figure out the Turtonator play. Right? What I want to get is Silvally for guaranteed multi-attack. If I can set that up as a guarantee, I'm golden. And I have some levels on Turtonator to make those ranges better. So we know we're taking a Flamethrower on the switch in. And then we know we're taking another Flamethrower as we click Fire Spin. And then we're taking a third Flamethrower as we click Draco. So let's talk percentages. So Fire Spin does 8 plus an eighth, which we'll just call. So Fire Spin will do 20%, and then we'll do an additional 12.5 successively. So we switch in, Charizard does, Solar Power is 10%, right? It's Life Orb, or is it an eighth? Loses an eighth. Cool, so we're doing 25% with Fire Spin plus Solar Power. So an eighth turn 1, and then an eighth plus 8% turn 2. And then we'll call it 2/8 plus Draco. So I think that will always do it. As long as I do it in the right order. And Fire Spin does small enough damage that we're not, like, right, crits aren't changing any of the math. So Charizard 265. So Fire Spin and Solar Power are both 33. So Charizard starts at 265, switches in. We switch in Turtonator, we go down, and he goes down to 232. We click a Fire Spin, we deal 23, and then he takes 33 twice. Now he's at 143, give or take. And then we click a Draco, and we're at 31. Cool. He's at 31, and he takes 33 twice over again. So, all right, so Charizard, so we can control the turn that Charizard is dead on, always. Fire Spin value. Flamethrower does not do this, friends. Where's Cheesemo? Where's that fraud at? And then question 2, can I guarantee that I will be above 27 and below 93? Target is 28 to 93. All right. And let's also double check our experience. We're not going to level up on Charizard. Good. So let's start with max rolls. So I'm taking 3 flamethrowers with a citrus. So 233 divided by 4. So citrus is 58. You definitely need a citrus. So if we take 82, sorry, we're 233, we take 82, 82, 3 times. Okay. And then we get a citrus, we'll be at 45 HP. So max rolls work from full. Do min rolls work from full? So max rolls will leave me at 45. So we have a little bit of room to play with on that side to pre-damage. Min rolls from Flamethrower are 69. Shout out to you gamers. Oh, it's perfect. It's just perfect. All right, let me make sure that that math adds up to me. Flamethrower goes from 69 to 182. So my HP range should be 13 times 3, 39 HP apart. 45 to 84 is 39 HP apart. So full HP, Citrus Berry, Fire Spin, Draco Meteor, Turtonator, hard counters Charizard, and always gets us multi-attack, Still Valley, Ghost, fast kill, no explosion. I know my man is obsessed with a new game. All right. So on multi-attack, we go to our normal type. We go to Beware. And then Beware baits Flamethrower. On Flamethrower, we go to Caracosta. Caracosta takes max roll crit and is never dead with a Rostberry to anything but Grass Pledge, right? 65 and 132. I think it's just a couple of HP off. 197. We have 198. By 1 HP with a Rostberry, we are safe, which is good. We get to protect our underleveling on Costa. Guaranteed Grass Pledge means we can go to Sceptile safely, pre-damage Sceptile so that we are in Overgrowth with choice specs after we take Grass Pledge. So what is that? Let's just say 31%. Sceptile, 31%. Would it be 31%? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We have to account for both. Okay. Sceptile. 73 plus 27. It's just 100, right? "100 HP Sceptile KOs with Choice Specs Leaf Storm. We outspeed because of the nature change. And then we go to -2. -2 special attack. Still shows kill to Prim. Still shows kill to Gastrodon. Does not show kill to Gliscor. So Gliscor comes in for Acrobatics, Earthquake, Slow Kill. We go to I can go to Corv, I guess. I can do pre-sleep Corv or pre-sleep Steelix. I think I just like the Steelix one, just because Steelix is my goat. Pre-sleep Citrus Steelix takes max roll crit Earthquake, heals above 50%, or takes non-crit anything, heals above 50%, so we're never dead to Gliscor. It will see Swords Dance as +9, so we can switch back to Sceptile on the Swords Dance, and then we can chain the back with Energy Ball. No priority. I'm gonna do Corviknight just because Corviknight doesn't need to be, I don't have to remember to brain. I don't have to remember to Citrus it. Alright, so I think this fight is riskless. Arcanine, Turtonator. Riskless thanks to Fire Spin Turtonator. Let me say that slowly for the people in the back. Okay, Beware, Flamethrower, 292 HP. Great. And then we said Sceptile at 100. Pre-damage Sceptile to 100. You need Choice Specs. Berry, level 89, Turtonator, and then do you even need an item, Arcanine? Itemless Arcanine one-shots Kamala from full. Always baits Flamethrower. Just to be precise, I'm going to pre-damage a few HP on Arcanine. So we're taking, how much recoil are we taking? 244 divided by 3. taking 81. It's 193. Minimum roll flamethrower is 189, so we'll pre-damage 4 HP on Arcanine. Just to ease a little anxiety. Okay. Citrus, choice specs, citrus, citrus, citrus. 1 into 2, 3, 4. One more time, 100 minus 27. Pre-sleep the Corv. Alright, make sure that Corv isn't holding a Lumberry for some dumb reason. Citrus is great. Frost is necessary. Citrus is good. Citrus. Citrus. Level 89 and 71 are intentional. Okay. We're locked. Okay, any pre-status? Just the pre-sleep. Can he roost on me? Ooh. Hold on. We're thinking we got the sauce. And he might be able to just explode. So let's back up. Not explode. Can Charizard roost? Yeah. All right, I think I gotta park this. I thought the Turtonator matchup was perfect, and it's not. Because Guy can roost. And the move that and Firespin was my insurance policy. And Firespin doesn't prevent my problems. I doubt that I'll find better. I just want to make sure this doesn't turn into a wipe. So for now, we head back. Do I have anything better than that? I don't believe I can one mon, right? I need 4 Pokemon to do the back. And so the only way to safely, and specifically I need Specs, Leaf Storm, and Overgrow to do Sill Valley. So I can't even, I would have to deal with random move Charizard to let Sceptile lead. Which is just all roads leading back to Turtonator, but now with inconsistent HP ranges. Mence isn't any better. I could just like sack a Mon. I could sack a Mon and do Arrow. What about AV Arrow? Assault Vest pre-Toxic Arrow is just dead to Flamethrower crit. Okay, never mind. It wasn't a terrible idea, but it might as well have been. Can he? I always forget how this. If player Mon. I just hate how this reads. If player Mon does more damage than it would be healed off, returns false. Right, so this tells me he can't ever roost. But then it has this text that says if he's faster and if the recovery move saves it from dying, it can use it. But I believe from Torterra's Solrock matchup that this text supersedes this text, that it's really, you know, we'll call it indented. This is all one function. Yeah, I think my line is safe. All right, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm tired and I need to sleep. So, well, not tomorrow. I don't know when I'm back. I will peek at Reliant Ian though. We'll finish Erratic Weather next stream, assuming that this Charizard does not somehow override the AI. Reliant Ian doubles in Sun. Won't lie to you guys, it's not a great looking start. because Weavile isn't fast enough or strong enough. I'd love to be Choice Band or Choice Scarf, and neither one is enough. Huh. Yeah, okay. Aerodactyl to no. Charizard? It's time to remove the C. Yeah. Yeah, that Charizard's a demon, right? Charcoal, solar power, sun boosted flamethrower. That's some VGC stuff right there from our founder. I think you even outspeed. Oh, you do out. Oh, right. High crit AI, different problem. Right. Okay. So yeah, I found all kinds of things that didn't work on this lead. You know you're in trouble when you start looking at things like Aggron Icy Wind lead. Of course you don't. Hmm. All right. So let's still try it. Let's say it's Aggron, Rock Tomb, Rock Tomb. I don't think Weather Ball low kick's even a good move for us. Yeah. Right, so what I'm looking for and I can't seem to find is a Pokemon that's not dead on the lead yet has a spread that learns a spread speed control, right? I want Icy Wind, Tailwind, or Electroweb, and I want to outspeed Aerodactyl after that and kill it. I didn't run it because I was concerned about something with the AI, and I just want to sleep on it and make sure my memory is correct, that Charizard cannot click Roost on my Turtonator. I'm pretty sure that it is, just because of my memories of Roxanne, but I want to be confident. So I'm sneak peeking it at rallying in, seeing if I can find any semblance of a lead, and then I'm going to bed. This rock gem arrow is so annoying. Cradily lead here? Crazy idea. I mean, we do nothing. You're not fast either. Does Drapion get Icy Wind? Drapion probably can't even KO this thing because it just doesn't have damage output. No, Drapion does get Rock Tomb. Oh my god, Drapion. You're kidding me, right? You need Choice Band to two-shot Aerodactyl with super effect. Guy has 65 defense, and you can't do the job? Criminal. Criminal. Shandy's too slow, even with Scarf. Alright, do I have anything that one-shots Aerodactyl? It's just Sceptile, right? No, I can one-shot with Flash Cannon. Oh, what if it's double Icy Wind? Let's look at double Icy Wind Penguin Lead. Here's my original idea. Let's look at this. Original idea. I can't do the faulty Choice Band or Choice Scarf Smart Strike thing because my Durant sucks. Unfortunately. It can't even do the things that Hustle Durant does because it's ass. So Choice Scarf. Sceptile in Overgrow. Conveniently one-shots Aerodactyl with neutral Leaf Storm, which is a cheat code of a calculation. Drapion should be embarrassed. And then... Ooh. Oh, Golduck probably just takes a billion from... That's fine. Yeah. Off by a roll. All right. Sceptile, Leaf Storm, KO's Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl cannot protect because it has kills into us. We outspeed Chlorophyll at Victory Bell, so it also cannot attack me there. So, again, Sceptile KOs. If Sceptile's on the field, it outspeeds everybody and baits Cinderace, as does all of my Protect bots. So, we can have a Protect guy or we can have a Fake Out guy depending on what we want to do here. I only have one Fake Out Mon, and that would bait 50-50 Cinderace, so that sounds pretty ass. Right? Right. Okay, what other options do we have? Um, so sorry, let's start here. Let's just say it's Caracosta. Importantly, with Protean / Libero Bug, low sweep sees a kill in Caracosta from full, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's just say we turn 1, protect with Costa, and we KO Guy. Then we have a full HP Costa. Both slots bait Cinderace, so we're slot independent. We're getting Solar Blade, fast kill, plus low sweep, fast kill, so no slow kills in a Sceptile. Great. Sceptile is free to switch. Caracosta will also have to switch. Let's say we go to Aerodactyl. Arrow's slower. Bummer. Did you get the slots wrong, or did the game do the wrong slots, which can happen in some double battles? If you got it wrong, I don't think anybody really cares in early game. Post Surf Sim, that stuff's frowned upon. I think most people will still give you kind of one free pass in a run. After that, you're just a player that makes mistakes. So I'd trade carefully. At the end of the day, it's your run. And there's some pretty sketchy things that are on that champion sheet that are a lot worse than that. But you have to be honest with yourself. Did you honestly forget? Did you cook it wrong? But I'm pretty strict. The more I play, the less forgiving I am on these kind of mistakes, because people keep moving the opposite way. People let one thing go, and since they clause that thing and that thing was okay, or some other person claused this thing, therefore it's okay for me to do blah blah blah. And I just don't subscribe to that, so you'll hear me be very conservative in what I think is an okay clause. You don't, well, hold on, we can do that for you right now. Rally and Ian is a 2-trainer fight. This slot, this Victory Bell slot, is diagonal from your first slot. So if I have my party up on the screen, right, if I walked into the fight with Arcanine in the first slot, my Arcanine would be diagonal from Victory Bell. That is me planning my calc against the other guy. And you should have seen this in every double battle you've seen in the game. I'm not sure where you are in PB or attempts, so I don't know what's new to you or not. So slots are diagonal. Your first slot, opponent's first slot, and then the other question is, what's the second Pokemon? That depends on whether it's a true double or a 2-trainer double. A true double being like twins. where it's the pair of trainers right next to each other versus two trainer doubles where there are two trainers that walk up to you. Relly and Ian is a two trainer System Bro, two trainer pair. So the first two Pokemon are slots 1 and slot 2. If this were a two trainer fight, then Mimikyu and Victory Bell would lead, and each trainer would have 3 Mons and can only choose switch-ins from its own Mons. Gotcha. All right, so let's give a better example that you've dealt with. Bridge Rival is so Bridge Rival is a great one, right? Bridge Rival is a double battle. What's your starter? Penguin. Got it. Yeah, I got you. It's just so Penguin gets Sceptile, Mega Sceptile, Bridge Rival, right? Bridge Rival it's a double battle, but there aren't two trainers. So slot 1 Sceptile, slot 2 Mantine. That means if I have my team going against their team, obviously I have a massive level advantage, so we'll kind of ignore that part of it for a second. If I put my Aerodactyl on the field, it would be diagonal from this Sceptile. And then if I KO'd this Sceptile with Dual Wing Beat, because I am in slot 1, diagonal from his Sceptile, then it's going to look at my Aerodactyl and choose the next Mon to switch in. So let's follow the hypothetical. So like we outdamage Gudra, we show kill to we outdamage Raichu, not with electric terrain, right? Yeah, Raichu would see slow kill, actually fast kill into Aerodactyl, so we get Raichu next, as opposed to like if I had somebody else. So it doesn't matter that I could have like Donphan in the other slot who absolutely murders this Raichu, because that's not the slot used for baiting. But look, based on what you were saying, you're one. Wow, yeah. Anyway, hope that helps. So Bridge Rival is like a twins battle, and the first two Pokemon in the builder are the two Pokemon you're going to face at the start of the fight. As a different example, you did the Wailord Shiftry double. This guy, where this is on Route 121. Hopefully you remember this. This fight, you faced the lead of Shiftry and Oranguru. Why? Because this is a two-trainer battle. You had Ninja Boy Takashi on one side, and you had Ninja Boy Dayton on the other. They walked up to you. They had two Pokemon. Yeah, it's just based on your party order, right? So my slot 1 will always be diagonal from the Mon that's first in the builder, and my other slot will be diagonal from the other. Right? Your slot 1 is on your left, right? So when you go enter a double battle, whatever's in your first party slot, that will be the leftmost Mon. That's slot 1. On the right of it will be your slot 2 Pokemon. In my party, that'd be Turtonator. And then that's diagonal from your other guy. Your trainer will be. It's like a perspective thing. So it'll be diagonal from you because the trainer's slot 1 is to its left, right? So the trainer's standing across from you in the battlefield. That enemy trainer's slot 1 is also to its left. How does what bug work? more specific, please. So yes, it doesn't happen in the part of the game you've experienced yet. So that already definitely didn't happen based on what you've told me so far. So you made a mistake. It's your choice how you want to handle that. Um, People will frown upon clausing a pure mistake, but lots of players have made the sheet with the error. That said, the bug is that there are certain double battles where the Pokemon that you should be diagonal from in a two trainer double battle is transposed. And so it'll put, looking at the battle we have, it would be the Oranguru being on the opposite slot instead. In fact, actually this battle might be that way, now that I think about it. I don't remember that, but that's what it would be. It's that the slot, right? Their slot 1 would be diagonal from your slot. The Pokemon that should be in slot 1 is in slot 2, and vice versa. That's what the bug is, and that is well established. Most players simply say, right, slots are too important for planning, so you just can reset or swap your own slots, whatever. But like, you get to do the battle as it was designed, since there's no way to prepare for both every time. Monkey, you're back. You're back just in time for me to raid out. Just answering some doubles setup questions for my friend Orange Axel here. But I was looking at this fight briefly. KO Arrow turn 1, get low sweep Cinderace. I just realized that I would still need to be pre-damaged on Guy because he's only going to see low sweep as boosted the first turn. Yeah. Cool. So KO him. Yeah. So Caracosta, sorry, protect KO, then Caracosta switches out. Yeah, happy to help, Axel. I started out. I played the entire game through, and was a self-proclaimed champion of the game before I ever streamed for the first time. But to be entirely honest with you, I did that too. I let lots of stuff go. If I didn't know a game mechanic, even if it was a vanilla mechanic, if I didn't know about a bug, if I didn't know a specific niche AI thing, which happens a lot in later game, I just said, well, hey, how's a guy like me supposed to know that? And I would, reset with this new knowledge and then plan the fight with it. At the time, I was okay with that because I was really interested in my ability to plan the fights. As a streamer who wanted to get, at least a little bit of the validation that I was as good as the people I was watching playing the game, well then, now I'm in competition. I've gotta live by the same rules. And then slowly over time, I haven't just lived by the same rules, I've gotten more and more strict. So it's kind of my starting, my live. Dave, there will be no more buttons. I'm done for the night. I'm just chatting for a few minutes, kind of looking at this fight, but we're not doing any more button clicking. KO turn 1, get you, go, Go Scolipede. Yeah. Go Scolipede on Weather Ball plus, sorry, on Solar Blade plus low kick, low sweep. Get our speed dropped. What's up, Lowry? Hello, hello. As we go to Scolipede, we also need to go to... Oh, I don't need to pre-damage Costa because he switches out, right? Turn 1 protect, turn 2 switch. You too. Have a great night, Axel. Right, even Crobat is too slow. Although... Oh, right. Double crit. Double move is the problem. Well, what if I had Intimidate on the other side? I'd have to get Intim and then be dead to stuff. I probably could. Okay. So instead of Scolipede, I go... This seems wild. I go Masquerain Crobat? No, there's no way, because I'm still slower. I can't KO the ground, the fighting type. So no, we do Scolipede. Technically, we can get Scolipede Poison Point, but we don't care. It's definitely always Pyro Ball. And, right, even if he calcs with the sun down. And then it's also definitely always Weather Ball. We're slower than both. We'll even be -1 speed. So then what? Then who comes in? Because we have to bring somebody in on the right slot. The left slot, sorry. Saying Mets. Okay. All right, let's try the other way. Let's say it's Scolipede lead. Scolipede baits Weather Ball plus Stone Edge. Sure, doesn't matter. We protect, KO. Then we get Cinderace on Pyro Ball plus Weather Ball, and we can be like Citrus. Yep. So it's going to always be Solar Blade plus Pyro Ball. Sorry, plus Low Sweep. And again, we don't care because Low Sweep will be seeing itself as boosted in the sun. I guess technically I can pre-damage for Weather Ball min roll so that we don't care about Pyro Ball miss. A little bit of fiction there that we'll live with. But Citrus should cover us. Be like double crit burn stuff. So we're getting, so protect, KO, switch, double switch. So now it's these two. And Salamence, KO Cinderace with dual wing beat as we protect. It's one option. Or we can Rock Tomb into dual wing beat if we want to, which is another option. Both will work. Ooh, what about if I crit 1? If I crit the first dual wing beat. What's the minimum roll a crit would do? I do 236. $135. So he heals 135. And then we wouldn't always kill unless we were like choice band. Choice band dual wing beat would always kill. Okay. Does Mence get Icy Wind? That'd be too nice. I don't think it does. No. All right, so we Rock Tomb once, then we do a Wing Beat. Is that really any better? Not really. Could I just fly? Just 2-turn fly? Then I don't even need Sharp Beak, right? It's kind of cool. We could even fly on the Mimikyu if we're feeling really crazy. Sure, that's not going to work though. All right. So Salamence, that guy's clicking low sweep. We protect. We fly up. We switch back to Scolipede. On Weather Ball plus low sweep, we KO. So now we're getting Weather Ball plus whatever Scolipede baits, which would be kind of be unknown? No, it would always be Sharpedo because of the low sweep speed drop. So now we got Mence on field. We got Shark coming in. Okay. With Shark coming in, clicking what? Clicking Crunch, Psychic Fangs as we get Victory Bell. Kind of feels like we want to do the choice band. Oh, we can't choice band. We don't have the guys for that. How many rolls of dual wing beat double don't kill? What am I missing? Sharpedo, 146. Math is what I'm missing. So that'd be bottom 4 rolls twice. Got it. Not exactly 0 chance. All right, but I like the Scolipede. I like the pivot angle that I can get Scolipede. Later on. Sorry, that I can get Shark. So dead, dead, dead. We haven't really used that many slots. We've just spent a long time dealing with the slots. We can actually go... Oh, that's crazy. We can switch Sceptile for the Mence slot. And we can... Yeah. So Sharpedo clicks a move into Protect. We go Sceptile. We still outspeed both. +1 Shark is 1 speed point slower than Sceptile. We... Okay. So we KO the Shark. And we go to what? What do we KO the Shark with? Energy Ball, probably? Okay, so we go like back to Costa, KO the Shark. Victory Bell's still on the field. Costa's gonna bait Mimikyu for play rough. Probably usually. Yikes. Is that the right answer? Might not be. Might be to go Mence. No. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we got some potential. These 4 seem very good. And so I should be able to set up a position for some kind of a late game finisher, even though I don't have the close combat. Like choice band close combat is usually how you deal with the Ursaluna. But hopefully I can set up like Mimikyu Perma Shadow Sneak setup scenario, so I can like double into the Luna. That would be the thought. Which Sceptile can do that. Or conversely, I can Giga Drain the Shark and get myself into a position where it's never Solar Blade. So we got ways to do this. another night. All right, let's raid out. Is Colt still alive? He is. Thanks for being here, Monkey. Have a great night. You got it. For peeps like you, anytime.
Meet on this guy, Empire. I missed Sucker Punch on the Kangaskhan. Classic wrong abatage with a Wobbuffet on the team. Not what you want to do. And then like Hard Haunch isn't even that good because Malamar gets a superpower boost. So yeah, this guy, it's this guy, and I'm trying to. I should have leveled up the guy for this fight, but this guy's looking ready to die, and I'm trying to make it so it's just that guy, and not my Adamant Flagon or my Haunch Curl. So Shadow Ball, like if I sack, this guy takes a Life Orb tick. Haunch Curl bait's usually Destiny Bond. I know, dude, I'm never gonna beat Archie without this guy. Unfortunately. It's either Haunch or... Like if I go Haunch, I kill with Sucker. I'm always in range, so it's never Destiny Bond. So I kill with the Sucker